Hello everyone and welcome back to the Paintology tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a face. And faces can be quite challenging because of the three-dimensional structure with the nose, eyes, lips and the shadows that they can cast, and also not forgetting the skin tones, skin colors. But it's actually a good way to practice, and I'll show you how to simplify the drawing process so you can develop it and grow as you see, as you work with pace. So let's go ahead and dive in, and we'll pull up an image and go into trace mode. So go to trace mode, and then I already have an image that I'm thinking that I should use. So I'm selecting this image. Okay, so here we have it. This is the face of a woman. Apparently this woman does not exist, if you would like to believe. This is created by a AI tool set, but it looks so realistic, isn't it? It's incredible. And it's hard to believe, but AI has become so smart these days. It can create pretty much anything. So let's first go ahead and examine this photo that we're going to draw. We're going to make a sketch. So as you can see, I have the trace bar on the left. If I go all the way to the top, that's the traced image that we're going to draw. If I go all the way to the bottom, that will be my empty canvas. So let's first go halfway and draw the outline. That's typically what I do, is do the outline. So there, let's pick a pen now. I usually like charcoal, so we'll go with that. Then we can keep the density and hardness to a midway point, because we don't want it to be too opaque, because we want to create a pencil-like effect. So let's try that. Color, what color we got now? Yeah, we got a sort of a dark color there. And then, oops, I think the pen is a little too thick, so reduce it in size again. Okay, so let's see, just go over the outline. Don't worry about not getting it perfect. Line. I'm just drawing the outline here. It's very easy, and let's take a look and see what the neck here, and let's see what it looks like. That's not too bad, and you can see that this thing is almost like a shading thing. It gets dark if I keep doing this, so that's actually useful for drawing the hair. So I think what I'll do now is to if you can look at the image now, it's dark pupils, dark eyelashes. It's a dark here on the lips, the corner of the lips, and the nasal points, the two areas there. So we don't want to use too much of a dark outline for those areas, but for the eyes I would possibly reduce a little bit more for more accuracy. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. By the way, I'm using a Galaxy tablet, and it has its pen, so it's quite useful. I would recommend, when you do drawings like this, it's not like a quick sketch, to use some kind of a stylus. Okay, let's see what that. So, and then here, as you can see, the nasal point there. And then we're just going to draw the lips here. Here. and see what that looks like now. Not bad there. So as you can see, so that makes me want to do the pupils and the eyeballs here. So let's see what we have here now. Okay, that's coming together, but as you can see, there's no shape of the lips and the nose, so we're going to do that. Notice I'm not filling anything in yet. I'm just doing the outline first, and then I will fill it in as I go along. So let's have a look to see what kind of a pen would be better for. I'm lowering the density and hardness, and then I would probably go for even lighter colors. Notice I'm shifting to the left, and those will be the grey black tone colors. So I'm not actually looking into making this a colored face, just a light black and white, just to show you how everything works. So let's put that down. You can see it's fairly light, so we can use that for the nose. So let's go back to our drawing, and we know where those are, like here. Okay, and the lips here. Okay. So let's see what it looks like now. It's a little bit better, isn't it? So again, we have control over the even more lightness if we want, as you can see here. I'm going to rub that out. So that way we can get the gradient and the tone values. You'll see the tone values on the cheeks, around the mouth, around the eyes here, which is what we're going to try and do. So notice I'm not looking into creating an exact replica, but showing you the methods used. So since the patches are quite heavy, I mean in terms of the area, we can possibly increase the size more as much as possible. And we've already selected lighter tones, so let's try that and see what happens. Okay, it's not bad. Maybe I will reduce the hardness. Notice I can go for a lighter color, or I could continue to reduce the hardness and the density. Okay, so we know that the nose around here, that around there, and then around the nose here, and then here tends to be white, and then of course here there's I'm not actually seeing my own canvas, but I'm actually having a good idea of what I'm putting down here. So here you can see here. So again here's some shading that we can put there, around there. Right, let's see what we have here. Yep. So what do we have? So you just keep going back and forth. Here at the cheeks, I'm going to be a little bit more careful on what I do. I think I will reduce the density even further, increase the size. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do this. And then just go down and put that area in, mark it in, and see what happens. There. So it gives us sort of a 3D effects, as you can see. Okay, that bit around here is dark, obviously. So again, around here we know it's dark, and if you go over it, it will darken those areas. So, and remember I picked a fairly And you can see here, around here, on the forehead, is a darker region. So I'm going to keep increasing the brush. Maybe go down a little bit there. So here. So let's have a look what we look like. Yes, not too bad. So now we can focus on putting in some details. So the eyes, I'm thinking the eyes, the eyebrows, it's gonna try and pop out. I've gone over this relatively quickly so I can show you. So reduce it, and just play with it. Don't be afraid to play with it. Because look, keep referring back to the image. And, just keep adding wherever you see there's tone. It's good, really good practice to so with the same I could increase it because I forgot to do this around the nose yet. Yep, there it is. So maybe I'm happy with that. And then you look at the tone of the grey. It's quite light. And now I'm going to go heavily on some of the darker features. So let's bring it down. Don't worry if it's green here, because this color palette towards the left of any would be the dark black and white tones. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. So because I've got the hardness and the density way down, so just add, let's look at the original image. Yep, so what we can see here is some darkness there. Then let's just fill it in here. So here's darkness and more darkness there. And let's see what it's coming up. Yep, it's not bad here. And then naturally I can take the color down for the rest of the hair, which is sort of a mid-tone. And so I could either bring the density hardness down. Well, notice I'm working together on that. Yeah, so again, continue down. And then, it's almost like shading. You're going to go over. Don't forget to save the image every time, just in case you don't lose it, okay? So I would recommend you do that often, even though it has an auto-saving. Okay, so fill it in. Want to go faster, fill the details, and then add the effect. Okay, and then we could possibly go down and notice what happens there, more of a darker effect. And now because it's hair, I would like to I'm working on my way towards finding the perfect setting for those eyes, because that's the all important area that's going to define this image. So let's keep looking back at the image. Go dark here around the ears, around there, and then strands of hair, and then I'm going to probably follow up with the eyes and the curvature of the lips here, where the lips meet. Okay, so just go there. Okay, so we have here. Okay, and then notice, it's like I'm free flowing here, nothing, and then around the ears, I need to look at how this is happening. It's very light. And there's little ears showing up there. So let's go back down. Yep, so we can now look at the eyes, because the eyes, they're darker there. So let's see what the stroke, as you can see, is a bit too, and then I'll probably go up a bit. It's a bit too thick, so let's just increase the eyes. Okay. Okay, probably a little less. And you can always correct it, so I wouldn't worry about it if you make a mistake. It's the hair, the eyebrows. Okay, so as you can see, overdid that one with that there. So I can always go back, but before I do that, I just want to make sure I've got the eyelashes. Okay. And then let's see what the lower eye looks like. Yep, the eyes are always got strange. Okay. And now okay, the lips I could improve on here. So, but before I do that, let's finish off the eyebrows here. So if you make a mistake, you can either go back or maybe pick a lighter color here. And you can see here how you can bring corrections back by doing the opposite. Because the white around there pronounced like that. And so let's go back and bring it to a mid-tone here, and we'll just finish off the lips here. Okay, so you can see here I have, let's go a bit darker here so we can really shape the lips here. Let's go up here. It's not as dark as I would like. So I think you can see what I've tried to show you. I hope you've enjoyed this. You can take this as far as you like, and and practice as much as you like to see what works. It's all about experimentation. Don't be afraid to experiment. If you don't get it right first time, next time you come to it, you'll be able to okay. So again, the hair effect is nothing unusual about this. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and learned something, one or two things, and I look forward to our next tutorial. Until then, thanks. Okay, bye-bye.